Martin Luther called music a fair and glorious gift of God. In this episode, I want to lift up a couple of opportunities you have to experience that gift here at St. Philip Deacon in the weeks ahead. Stay tuned. Hello, friends. Pastor Tim Westermeyer here, Senior Pastor of St. Philip Deacon in the western suburbs of Minneapolis. Good to be with you as always. Immediately before taping this, I was at the first of our four July organ recitals here at St. Philip Deacon, and later this afternoon, if the weather holds, we've been getting a lot of rain, but if the weather holds later this afternoon, I will be at the Plymouth Bandshell for the annual Music in Plymouth event, which St. Philip Deacon supports. It features a concert by the Minnesota Orchestra. We have a tent there, and we hand out cookies. So I have on my mind today music, both because of the organ recital and because of the concert that'll happen outdoors later this evening. So basically today I want to just recommend a couple of things for you to consider attending. The first of those is the rest of our organ recitals during the month of July. So those all fall on Wednesdays. The next one is July 15th. That one is at 12:15. These are all in the sanctuary at St. Philip Deacon. The next two after that are in the evening, so July 22nd and July 29th. Those are both at 7 p.m. Again, in the sanctuary, those events are free and open to the public. They're not live streamed, so if you want to hear them, you have to come in person and enjoy the beauty of our sanctuary and the beauty of our organ. We've got some really talented organists coming for all three of the next recitals, which will conclude with our own very talented Selena Kobatic performing on July 29th. So again, join us for those events if you're able to. It's always a highlight of the summer. And then I also want to mention there's something going on right now down at St. Olaf, Lutheran Summer Music, which has been going on for, I think, 40-some years. It's a 4-week camp for musicians of all types, both instrumental and vocal. And you can learn more about a bunch of concerts that are happening as part of that by going to lsmacademy.org. But I think of that because we're actually partnering with them this year, both by supporting LSM and also by inviting their choir to come up for a run-up concert. And that is also happening here in the sanctuary at St. Philip Deacon and will happen next Tuesday, the Tuesday after this is being aired, July 14th. That's at 7 o'clock. So again, Tuesday, July 14th, 7 o'clock in the sanctuary. It'll be a choir concert featuring the good campers, youth of Lutheran Summer Music, and it'll conclude with an evening prayer service. That's important because if you value music, and certainly here at St. Philip Deacon, it's a really important part of our life, not only for special concerts like this, but during our weekly rhythm of worship, then by attending that, you will be supporting the next generation of musicians and affirming the work they're doing and celebrating with them. So again, I hope you'll be able to join us for that, and I hope I'll see you there again, Tuesday, July 14th at 7. Let me end, again, this is a brief sort of, I guess, advertisement for some of these different concerts and recitals that are coming up. I'll end by just sort of lifting up the importance of music with a couple of quotes by C.S. Lewis. One of them is from Mere Christianity. Here he's talking about, it's on the same page as chapter 9. Is that right? No, that can't be right. Chapter 10 of Book 3, I want to say, from Mere Christianity. It's the chapter entitled Hope. And there's this really famous line, "If I find in myself a desire which no experience in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is that I was made for another world." And on that same page, he talks about how music for many people is the thing known in this present life which most strongly suggests ecstasy and infinity. It's one of the reasons I think we're drawn to it and why it's so powerful in worship, and why maybe you've been to a concert or heard a piece and you've been moved to tears, because it moves us to that point of, again, ecstasy or infinity. And in another place, in a very famous sermon he gave called The Weight of Glory, he's again sort of talking about how things that are beautiful bring up those kind of emotions for us. And the point he makes is that it's not the beauty itself that's causing it, but rather the fact that it's pointing to something even deeper, something more. And what he says beautifully then is that they are not the thing itself. They, the music, the books, the physical beauty that you're seeing, they are not the thing itself. They are only, and then this beautiful phrase, the scent of a flower we have not yet found, the echo of a tune we have not heard, news from a country we have never yet visited. That country, of course, being heaven, or our place with God ultimately. So all of a way of saying music helps to bring us close to that place in this lifetime, helps to remind us that we are citizens of another country, and hopefully helps us to, being aware of that, hopefully helps us to share some of the beauty and glory and love that that country provides in this fallen world. Again, all a long way of saying, I hope I'll see you at a couple of these concerts coming up. And until next time, be well, stay in touch, and God bless.